This is the Spotlight review of Transformers Power of the Primes Voyager class Inferno, which is a very minor retool slash redeco of Hotspot from Transformers Combiner Wars and the plethora of other characters that came out of this mold, which is being done to death just like they've done with Armada and Unicron. Let's go ahead and remove the figure so we can take a good look at his packaging as partake of every single video review on this channel. And the packaging has already pissed me off with the artwork, because it's not that it's not good artwork. I mean, this is extremely good. It's nice work. The problem is, this is not the action figure that is housed within his vehicle form. Womp, womp, womp. But that's what you get for redeco slash minor retooling figures, Hasbro, you bunch of cheating slackers. Anyway, Power of the Primes, Voyager class, Inferno, Autobot logo right there, Hasbro's logo, ages 18 plus, the Transformers logo, there's the Misaligned Generations logo at the top right corner. On the side here, we've got the icons of the Prime Masters, not all 13 of them, because there's absolutely no way they can fit them all on here, but anyway, there's the authentic Transformer stamp, which, to remind you, if it doesn't say authentic, it's a knockoff. On this other side here, we've got a nice look at the combined mode for the head and torso of Inferno here, which I forget the name, but I don't think it really matters. Onto the back here, and as this flap came undone here, I'll close it back so you can see all this here, not that it really matters. Anyway, here's a brief summary of Inferno. Yes, the packaging is bent, you can tell. It was bought like this. Not that I had it stored away for a long time and it got crushed, absolutely not. This is how I actually purchased it. It's a mess. It's not like I collect the boxes anyway. Anyway, right. So, here we got Inferno in his fire truck mode. Here he is in his robot mode right there with 22 steps of the transformation and vice versa. If you want to go back from robot to vehicle form, you can. There's the Prime Armor, which is just the feat to its combination in Scramble City. And then here's the Autobot Enigma combination. There you have that. Here's some Prime Masters. Pause the viewer and read it if you want. Okay, I lost my chain of thought there, but whatever. That's it for the packaging. So why don't we take a look at some contents that the figure comes with. As such, we've got the nice trading card here. Very nice artwork of a figure that is not of this creation. This is not what he looks like at all. Anyway, on the back, and here we've got Onyx Prime combined with Inferno to give us Onyx Inferno. Locate trapped disaster victims by instinct. Nice power up. Alright, so there you have that. And here's the instructions. And just to show them off real quickly, just so I can say I did. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Very easy to see all this. Very nice and clean. Onto the back here. And here you can have a look at his combination, or should I say his transformation into his torso and head. So what we got here for side-by-side comparisons, it's Inferno with, I forget his name, from the Boulder Kiss box set, so I'm just going to call him the way I know him from Robots in Disguise, Mega Octane. Deal with it. Right. So what it is basically, this is the front, this is the back, as I can show off. See? Yeah, tricky. Right. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much to really say about this vehicle form. It does have a few surprises, like if you wanted to, you can take the feet and the cannons that this guy comes with, and you can peg them into each other like I've already done to save some time here. And there's a couple holes from here and here that you can just tap them in like so if you want. And you can have a little bit of some extra firepower for vehicle form if you wanted to. Again, if you wanted to, you can also tab them in right here at the top for some more pew, 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 bang, 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 bang. Right. So, beyond that, not much else to really say. But I can show off the Enigma combination here, which is just done in solid black with some nice details and a very nice spray effect for the top in this nice blue. So that does work out pretty good. The black and the blue. It's a nice touch. Anyway, that's it. Not much else to say about this guy. It is what it is. I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably take a Titan Master. If I have one, I don't have one on me at the moment, but I'm just saying you could take a Titan Master and plop him in here if you wanted to, because there's plenty of room there for a nice seat where he could be manning the fire hose, which is so dinky, tiny. I don't even think this is actually blowing out a campfire anytime soon. Anyway, the ladder does lift up and down, as it should. It doesn't extend, but it does lift up and down, and it does rotate a full 360. There you have that. Wheels roll just fine, though some of them do have some extra flashing on them that they don't roll too well, but the others make up for it. There you go. And that pretty much is your alternate mode here. So what do you say we go ahead and transform this guy into his robot mode, right? So I'll start by lifting up the ladder just to get out of the way here. Separate the front of the fire truck and bring down the legs just like this. There we go. Alright, flip up his feet, lock them in. You know how this works. Just like that. Okay, rotate and rotate so we can see what's going on here. And this is a little tricky, but you want to get this hinge right here, this red one, to bend over like this. So this way, the knee joint can actually tab in to the front section of his leg and stay locked in place. Just like that. The same on this side. Again, easier said than done, but it can be done. It just takes a little bit of some forcing. Got to get right in there. There we go. Get that lock in. There we go. There we have his legs. We'll raise the camera a little bit. Get it lined straight. Okay. Split apart the arm section here. Like this. And now what you want to do is untab the backpack section so you can bring down his shoulders like so. Rotate them down. Open up this compartment and flip out his head. There we have that. And now this is the part that kind of gets me. Sometimes I get confused on how this is actually supposed to be done, but it's supposed to come down like this and have this section tab in. Right here, there's a hook. It's supposed to go right in there. If I can get it the first time, it'd be nice. There we have that. And then I really don't think I'm doing this right. Alright, we're back in. Here's the robot completely transformed here. Right, sorry I skipped this whole section here, but what I was supposed to do was rotate the ladder first before hooking it in at this top section right here. And then I would tab in the obvious chest panels for the torso mode into the top section next to his fire hose, and bada bing, bada boom. There you go. I mean, that's pretty much it right there. So, not much else to really say, except he's pretty much a tripod at this point. As you can see, his legs split out way too far. And then, of course, he's using the back section of this ladder here to keep him balanced straight, which I do appreciate. I mean, it makes up the fact that, you know, with such a complication in the way that this figure can be displayed, being standing way too far out on his legs, the thing is, this does make up for it. So he's not going to topple over anytime soon, or if ever. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, pretty much I really hate the ratcheting system on this figure. I always had. This mode, it's a pain in my you know what, because you can only get this for straight, and then it just really spreads out too much. There needs to be an in between here in the teeth of the ratchet joints to give us something like that. But instead we get that or this. That's it. Yeah. So anyway, here's a look at him in his very disappointing way split out robot mode. And you know, it's okay if it were just a standalone figure to look as accurate as possible with the artwork for the packaging, but that is not the case. Once again, I want you to see this. This is night and day comparisons, this being day, that being night. I mean, this is what we get for just a simple redeco with a little bit of retooling for the head sculpt of this figure, which I'll let you see real closely. This is some pretty good head sculpt, regardless of my camera not wanting to focus in on the freaking thing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, focus. We're not going anywhere until you focus. There we go. So, yeah, it's definitely Inferno's head, but the problem is the whole body is an Inferno. You got the head, but not the body. The body just throws everything off on what this figure could have been. Anyway, let's go for the articulation on the guy. He does have a swivel head, and due to transformation, you can get a little bit of some up and down if you untab his chest piece, which, unlike Onslaught and Mega Octane, does actually stay in place very well, might I add. It tabs in very securely. and the figure isn't looking down either. Right. So anyway, we do have some nice clicking joints for the shoulder, full 360. We do have a hinge joint due to transformation, so you do get some more flex going on here. You also get your inward and outward here on this nice pivoting joint. You don't have a bicep swivel, never mind. You do have a single jointed elbow that does get 9 degrees of play. You do have a swivel joint down here to make up with the fact there's no bicep swivel. You do have another joint here actually, so he's double jointed at the elbows, so that's really nice. Dogs might be barking in the background, I apologize for that noise. Nothing at the waist due to transformation. You do have some nice clicking joints for the legs, so you get this much kicking forward, this much going back, because all this just gets in the way here. You do get your full JCVD split, so there's your still quality, people. You do have a thigh swivel joint right here, which is very tight on my figure, very good, means he's not going to fall over, even with the tripod. We do also have a single jointed knees. It does get 9 degrees of bend, and if you wanted to do transformation, you got a hinge joint for up and down movement at the feet, but no ankle rocker pivot. He does also have some foil stickers here to break up all this solid black in this section. It's a nice touch, but I would have preferred they just slap some paint on this guy, for crying out loud. In regards to that though, also the Autobot sticker here, yep, it's also a sticker like I just said. Wow, this is very unprofessional. And of course I can think of no one better to compare him with except for his mold counterpart, Mega Octane. So, here you go. There are parts that are shared here and there. Obviously it's the same body, but I'm saying the fine detailing going on here, even the chest bit, is all completely different. So this is what I was talking about. If they wanted to really step up their game and give us a proper Inferno, this is what they should have done. But instead they just went, meh, let's do a hotspot redeco and just slap on the new head. There we go. Right. So anyway, there you have that. Actually noticing real quickly, let me check something here. No, actually this is also completely new as well. As you can see, Mega Octane has heel spurs, and Inferno doesn't have them, but he really doesn't need them because, once again, he's a tripod. It is what it is. Anyway, not to forget, we can take his blasters and you can take him into his hands and, you know, give him some firepower here in robot mode. Pew, 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 bang, 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 bang. Right, okay, so we can also tap this back in here. Or actually, I think it's this way around. Let's try that again. Like this. And according to the instructions, which does not showcase this too well, these are able to attach to his back of the shoulders, probably here with these holes, and it's supposed to give him shoulder cannons. I don't know if that harkens back to Generation 1. Don't know the character that well, but it is a thing you can do. But it just, it stands out way too much. It's definitely higher than it's actually showcased on his instructions here. As you can see, they should be actually a lot lower. I think I just realized this now. I think it's supposed to be this way around, so flip that back up and rotate this, and if I were to put this in here now it makes sense. Okay, so as you can see, there is quite the difference. So, yeah, it is a thing, and it's very tight. There we go. Okay, so now that we got that all taken care of, what do you say we go ahead and showcase his head and torso mode for a combination with Scramble City. So, okay, what we want to do is bring all this up. There's a tab right there, and there's a slot right there, and there's also the tab right here, and get this to line up like that. The same here. Get this to line up. Easier said than done. Take this compartment, bring it down, flip back in his head, close it back up. And then we want to split the legs just a little bit here. Untab the legs. As if we're going back to his vehicle form. Like this. Straighten out that hinge again if you can. Fold this all back in and it should lock in place. Rotate, rotate, just like this. Rotate this whole section here. Undo the ladder. rotate it like this, bring it back down, split out chest panels like so. Okay, put this all down. Supposed to tab in right here, and this whole section is going to come around like this. Undo this hinge here, and then flip it that way like that, and then you want to hook this section here like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere, we're getting somewhere. There's a tab right here and a slot right there for this section. Same on this side here, like so. Tabs in very securely, I'll give them that. Okay, so this whole section here is just going to flip around like this. There's actually these tabs here that's going to go into these little slots right here. Flip down these sections here. Flip up his headpiece like so. Rotate it around. And then we'll flip down these compartments. Tab this back in because it comes undone all the time. And it's not just this figure, it's any other mold that I have of this figure, right? Okay, so now that we've got him in his torso and head mode, looks pretty good. You know, it's not bad for being a redeco. The colors do work pretty well, but we got some sloppiness going on here in the points of the sticker application. As you can see, pretty crooked. On mine, your results will be different, but mine are just crooked. They're nice. I like the color breakup with the red line going across the silver here, but again, crooked. Right. Okay, so clearly I need some limbs. So here we have the full-on Gestalt himself, which is none other than Inferno, because they didn't even bother to give this mode a name change, so we're just going to have to call it that. So instead of making it sound bland, I'm just going to call him Super Inferno. Why not? So here's Super Inferno in his full-on transformation into Scramble City, and it looks pretty good. There's not much else to really say about this. I mean, I could go through the articulation if you wanted me to, but the fact is, none of that has changed. If you have seen any review of Hotspot, or Mega Octane, or Pyromagna, it's pretty much one and the same. Minor differences, but in regards to the articulation and the transformation, it's exactly as identical as they come. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip it and give my final thoughts on this. I cannot see people picking this up, not unless they really like this mold, which again, your first two modes are kind of meh. But when it comes to the full-on combination, which I'm showcasing here, it's perfect. I like that. It's a must-buy, at least for this mode, is all I can say. But regardless of everything else, I can still say that this is an easy pass unless you really need Inferno. If you ain't got no other Inferno, like I think there was a Voyager Classic figure back then or something, maybe Universe 2.0, if you ain't got that figure, then yeah, sure, I guess you could pick this one up, but it's just not going to be as promising as it could have been had we gotten a brand new mold for the Power of the Primes line even. I mean, come on, Hasbro. That's quite a disappointment. But in regards to everything else, again, this looks really nice. I gotta be honest about it, so I'm not really gonna say anything else negative about this figure. It is up to your preference whether or not you want to pick this one up. If you've already got this mold, again, easy pass. But if you need it, more power to you. That's the way I'm gonna end it. Oh, wait a second, no. I forgot. Yeah, forgot to showcase how the Autobot Enigma combination actually works with this guy. Well, he's got nowhere to really put it, so that's directed by Hasbro's instructions. It just slots right into the feet. And if you wanted to, you can switch out the feet, but I like these feet better than these feet. Yeah, I mean, these are a step in the right direction, especially with the nice inward and outward movement here, which is pretty nice, unlike Combiner Wars feet. But in regards to that, I still prefer these feet here. Takard nailed it. They nailed it really good. So that's going to be it. Again, questions, comments, do hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. Until then, which God knows whenever that'll be, this is the Unprofessional Toy Reviewer Redis Power signing off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you whenever you see me.